All right, all right, all right, all right. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? What it is? What's going on? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Deeper Understanding, where I am your host. I am your sole proprietor, and I am your Dr. Jones. We are live and in living color today. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? All right, come on in here now. You better come on in. Come on in the room. Come on in. How y'all doing today? We are glad to be with you today. Yes, we is. We just want y'all to come on in here. This subject is way too important to just be up here talking. I'm hoping that brothers will join in and join us and give some testimony today. Because we want to get this message out. We want to take our time and get this out for everybody. All right, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Man. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to come on in the room because we want everybody to hear and be part of this. Yes, we do. Come on. Let me see here. Do I have any announcements? Really no church announcements today. Only that I'm looking for a somebody who can draw. So if you know an artiste or someone who can draw really well, please refer them to me. Send them on. We are definitely in the market for one. As you can see, I got on the chocolate and gold Make Cheating Great Again. We always introducing new colors. If it's a new colorway you want to see, let me know. And we're gonna push it out there. We're not afraid to try anything. We introduced the pink and white hoodies this week. We just always creating. We had them Dallas Cowgirl colors. I didn't really like it, but hey, if that's what you ask for, that's what you're gonna get. Let me see what else we got. Let's see. Well, excuse me for a second. Well, yeah, everything is looking good. Yeah, but come on now, because I'm telling you, if we don't have no participation, I'll turn the camera off. We do this another day. I really want to get this show out. I wanted to do it on Sunday, but I was too fatigued. I had to get up early, take my son for a driving lesson, get him ready for this driving test. And man, by the time I got home, because he lives in Murfreesboro, deep Murfreesboro. By the time I got home and I got something in my stomach, I was too exhausted to get up and get on camera and give the energy that this show really needs. This show here is going to be very, very important. It's very powerful, especially in light of seeing that their brother committed suicide. I found out somebody else I know attempted suicide this month. So it's very important that we do this show. And I want other brothers to come on, and I want them to, give their account of things. Because although this show is about the mindset of man, we welcome women. Women are always welcome because they deal with men. Some of y'all got sons, some of you got nephews, you got cousins, you got husbands, you got baby daddies, you got boos, you got bae, and this show is definitely going to give some insight to the mindset of the man and what men go through on a daily basis. Because first thing when something like this happens, people say, "Oh, what happened? I wonder what was wrong. Why didn't he reach out?" And we was gonna cover all that, and hopefully, we'll get some people to come on in. Because one thing don't want to do is get started and to get deep into this show, and then people come on and, "Oh, what did I miss? What did I miss? I'm sorry I was late." Hey, it's too much for me to go back. So I hope people come on in. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. I don't want to cut the show off. I want to do the show, but I ain't gonna talk to myself on this one. This one definitely requires group participation. Yes, this is a very, very serious show. I didn't bother hooking up the organ because the organ is a little playful. This is more serious because it's affecting men more and more every day, and people not even aware of it. So we wanted to give it our best effort, and I really want the participation. That's what's important to me. So we'll give it a few more minutes. We'll see if anybody want to come on in. And if not, hey, we'll unplug it. We'll do another day. I'm not pressed for it. Especially since I ain't getting no more cash apps. I could have put the cash app up because the donations started drying up. So what we did, we started, hey, we give you something for your money. Make cheating great again. The greatest movement known to man right now. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Well, nobody won't come on in. I'm feeling offended. Now, another time I do a show, but you ain't doing no show. I'm doing one. Ain't nobody here to watch. I'm just gonna give it a few more minutes, and then if not, we'll lock it off, and we'll do this on Sunday. What's going on, D-Lo? At least I got one watching me. Shit. Well, we got Brother D-Lo in the house. Maybe more will join as we go forth in this. And D-Lo, since you're the only one here, I'm gonna need the feedback now. I'm gonna need the feedback. Wait a minute, who was you on the phone with, D-Lo? The people want to know. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. If people come on in, come on in. If not, we're gonna go forth so we can deliver, and then we're gonna get on out of here. We look at the mindset, the mind of a man, the mind of men. The mindset of men is probably at the most fragile point it's ever been in my recollection. Men today are faced with more rejection, objection, more negativity. The world doesn't really like men to be men anymore. Our masculinity has been labeled toxic. Our relationships are more fractured now more than ever. A hardworking class, honest, serious man, he's not respected anymore. You had to turn into your ugliest version to be heard. Hear me when I say that. You got to turn into your ugliest, evilest, low-down version of yourself. To just be heard, not even be understood, but to just be heard. You have to be ugly. People don't respect you for speaking. People don't respect you for being upstanding and honest. Once they got you labeled or something, especially when you're black, they got you labeled or something, that's just what you is. I've been called a man whore more in the last 2 weeks than I have in my entire life, only because I post a picture with a female. Who is she? Y'all fucking? There's just all kinds of crazy shit. All kinds of crazy. And if my mind wouldn't be what it is, it probably would really drive me crazy. You see, it's difficult for a decent man, an honest man, to continue to see the worst and the least of the man, least of these. They are here winning. We've labeled this show, the People's Show, has given it titles: the Zaguavians, the Water Boys, the Noodle Bitches. Yeah, the worst men you can find is out here winning. They ain't got to spend no money. They ain't got to go on no date. They ain't got to do nothing. They just winning naturally. Don't even got to have a job. And here we have been raised all our life. Man supposed to work. If you don't work, you don't eat. This motherfucker eating and eating coochie at the same time. No disrespect gets thrown their way. I done had girls crying over these fools. I love him. I want him. What do you think that does to the mindset of a man who's out here working, struggling, fighting, battling, competing, just trying to be the best he can be? He ain't getting that love. He not getting that understanding. We hear the laws of karma. We always hear, well, karma and good always prevail. No, that ain't real. That's not real. A lot of the training that a lot of us receive from women, has failed us. Talk about it, Jones. I believe I'm going to say that again. The training that we receive, but from nothing but women, nothing but our mothers, our aunties, grannies, has failed us. What do you do with that as a man? What do you do that as a, see, I know society looks at us and says, you're supposed to be strong. You're not supposed to cry. What do you think this is the overall, maybe not the initial blow, but the totality of all the losses that a man has to take in his life? What do you think that does to a man? And then we wonder, why do men take their lives 4 times as much as women do in America? Let that number sink in. 4 times the amount of suicide is committed by a man. You get up in the morning, you fix your face, you brush your face, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, make sure you're lotion, you get dressed, you do the things you've been doing all your life. You get out here in the world and you expect it to just smile. Matter of fact, ain't that a song? Smile when your heart is breaking. Smile when your soul is aching. Buck dance is not over, my brothers. Most of us, this is reality for the black man. For those who may be interested, we got to go out here in the world that we know is against us and smile and buck dance just so we can make a buck to feed ourselves and our family. What do you think that does to the mind? What do you think it does to the mind who a man who's buck dancing, and then he tries to court a young lady, he's trying to date her, he's doing all the things that his mama taught him to do, that his granddad taught him to do. He's calling her. He's responding to her calls, her text messages. Well, hell, nowadays you text, you might not get a text back. I wish I had a witness in here. You making plans. You trying to follow through. And that bitch don't even answer her phone. Come on, somebody, please. Whew. She don't even answer the phone. Why? Because she's laid up with Zaquavion. What do you think that does to the mind of a man? What do you think it does to the mind of a man who goes to work, takes care of somebody else's kids on top of his? And then come home and find out another man been in his house. I hope he don't get mad from me saying this. You open the freezer and you see some Hennessy in the freezer and you don't drink Hennessy. Come on. What do you think that does to the mind of a man? Man, this is crazy, but they say she want to be a treater. Yeah. Yeah. How many losses do you think men are supposed to take? What's going on, Donnie? A man can only lose so much before he starts to lose himself. Hear me when I say this. A man can only take so many losses before he starts to lose himself. Eventually, something's going to give. Man is sitting here thinking to myself, what more can I do? I'm working hard. I'm talking to her. I'm giving her my attention. I'm not cussing at her. I'm not talking to other females. What the hell is wrong? Or a man works from sun up to sundown, breaking his back, and then his his paycheck is still ain't right. It still ain't adding up. It ain't catching up with the bills, especially this time of year. Could you imagine what kind of pressure that is on a man? The electricity bill is naturally up. He got to go buy toys for everybody. He got to buy you something. He got to buy mama something. He got to get grandmama something. He's doing all this for everybody else. He's going into debt. And then when he looks up on Christmas morning, he ain't got shit but some pussy sitting in front of him. I wish I had a witness in here. The same thing he been getting all year long is his Christmas present. There was his birthday present. It was his Father's Day present. It was his Valentine's Day present. Hell, that's right, he might not even get that. What do you think? What does that do to the mind? How many, bro? I know we ain't got many in here. How many of you brothers ever? And let me while I'm here, can I go here? When we talk about the miseducation of our people, let's just focus on the miseducation and the undereducation of the man, of the black man. I don't mean no harm to my white brothers that's watching this, but I can only speak from what I know of. Just let's look at this. How many of you brothers just put a hand up on the emoji thing? Thought to yourself at this stage in your life, damn, if I just knew what I knew back then, boy, I'd be the 10 steps ahead. If I only knew now what I knew then, if I only knew then what I know now, I'd be so much better off in life. Just brothers, just wait, just put your hand up here. Just put your hand up here. Now watch this. Watch this. and see, Donnie, we come from an era where we was coached. We was actually coached in our days. You've been told what to do from sun up to sundown, and yet we still lack so much knowledge. We lack so much understanding. And the crazy part about it, there was a man in our house, a man in our life who had this knowledge, who had the information to get us ahead in life, and they wouldn't even give it to us. I wish I had a witness in here. Oh, come here. Damn it, come here. That's right. Some of us had a man right there in the house with us, and he wouldn't give us the knowledge we needed to get ahead in life. All because nobody gave him the knowledge he needed to get ahead in life. I wish I had a witness in here. Hey, Whitney, baby. Down in my line. Come on, somebody tell me I'm telling the truth. We were denied the truth. We were denied the rites of passage that we were supposed to receive as young men. And we just had to stumble and crawl and drag ourselves till we got to the point we at now, when we should have been 3 steps ahead of the game years ago. No, I might not have taught you how to apply the knowledge. I'm saying we had fathers, we had granddaddy, we had uncles right there in the house to teach us shit, and they didn't teach us a damn thing. That's why so many of us was out here hoeing, trying to find manhood when all we had to have was a man in our life to tell us, hey, son, that's not how you do that. They just told us, keep on going, you'll figure it out. And it wasn't from a lack of not listening. It wasn't from a lack of just blowing them off. They just didn't want to tell us. I did it on my own. You can figure it out. Yeah, but this ain't 1955. Come on, Grandpa, give me something. They didn't teach us about credit. They didn't teach us about paying bills. They didn't teach us nothing about how life works. We had to get this shit in the streets. What do you think it does to the mind of a man? We already aren't being emotionally nourished. When we hurt, we can't cry. We skin our knees up. We got to get up and keep going. You come in the house, half your leg laying in the street. Oh boy, shut up. You'll be all right. Oh yeah, I found out many things on my own. Then when I noticed, then when it was noticed, I knew some things. Then a conversation may have came up about it. Yeah, exactly. And I wonder what the hell were they thinking? What do y'all think we was gonna get this knowledge from? Well, I don't even like talking about myself, but one of my greatest joys not these days is having conversations with my son about grown man shit. Stuff I couldn't tell him when he was a child. Now that he's older and he's gained some understanding, now I can give him some insight. We're talking about car shopping and buying a car in the process. And that's important. Nobody taught me that. Nobody walked me through that process. Your neighbor, exactly, JB. Exactly. Exactly. And I just wonder, I have to wonder and I have to ask, I don't mean no disrespect to any of the ancestors, but it's like, what was y'all thinking? We already black. We got 2 strikes against us. We black and we men. What would you think we was gonna do for survival? How do you think we was gonna make it forth? What do you think that does to our mind? That's maddening. You got all this knowledge and information to get me to another place, and you're gonna withhold it? For what? You had your time. You lived your life. What about us? What about the next generation? That's why you got so many of these young men out here now, fucking anything, getting anything and everybody pregnant. Because nobody's stopping to teach them, son, that's not manhood. Son, that's not how you do this. Son, that's not how you pay bills. Son, that's not how you handle your credit. Son, that's not how you handle a woman. So yes, we should understand. This is why men are losing their minds. This is why men are here killing themselves. It don't matter if you got millions of dollars. It don't matter. What do you have to do to get that kind of money? Oh, come on, somebody. Come on. How much of yourself are you willing to give up? I know several men who had to sacrifice hours and hours of their life to make ends meet, only to be met with disrespect. Daddy, you weren't there for me. You want that. You need to be here to help me with these kids. Bitch, who you think gonna pay these damn bills? I want to be here with my kids, but who gonna pay these bills? Your fat ass is sitting up here eating Doritos. Hell, I gotta go out here and work. Ain't no food stamps for men. Ain't no damn public housing. Ain't no subsidies. You got to make it or break it out here. And then the damn thing about it, when you fall short, ain't nobody want to hear your shit. Don't nobody want to help you out. They tell you, be a man. Come on in here, somebody. I was damn near 20 years old before I was properly taught how to balance a checkbook. I should have been taught that someone was like, exactly, Donnie. Exactly. Look how far behind we were because we was miseducated, not by the school system. That's a whole nother story. We were miseducated by our own people, by the men. If you go to Africa, the men take the boys away and teach them. They don't let the women teach them. You in them villages, them elders take your ass off and teach you about manhood. They're not leaving that up to nobody else because they understand in order for the village to keep going on, the young have to be taught properly. That's why I know I caused a ruckus this week when I said Dr. King was selfish, that he should have stepped aside. Hell, a lot of these old men need to step aside. If you don't want to teach, if you're not really invested in the upbringing and the uplifting of our men, the education of our men, you need to step your ass aside. I can say they tried to take it somewhere progressive during my years. It was very much experimental though. Yes. Yes. Somebody explain to me why we got pastors. We got pastors been in churches 3,000 years. Church ain't built nothing. Church ain't grown. Church doing the same program it's been doing for 400 years. You need to step aside. Yeah, exactly right, Donnie. You've been told, shut up, man up. Shut up, nigga, and work. I don't care your mama dead. Get your ass up and work. I don't care your daddy died. Get your ass up and work. I don't care your girlfriend cheating on you. Get your ass up and work. I don't care if you're sick. Get your ass up and work. Put a mask on and come to work. We've been dehumanized. And as a result of that, we dehumanize one another. That's why we have zero regard for one another's life as a brotherhood. That's why brothers out here robbing and killing each other without any malice or anything in their hearts, because the society has already dehumanized us. We've been dehumanized by our own. We're not allowed to feel. We're not allowed to feel disappointed. How many men, I took it that way anyway, I still got to make it through the next day, no matter Exactly. Exactly. But I'm here to tell you, JB, that's not human. That's not human. Hell, even Jesus cried. Jesus felt pain. Even God gets jealous. Hear me when I say this. God gets jealous. We not allowed as human men to be jealous. Oh, that nigga just mad. He jealous. He hating. Come on. I done said that before. That's the truth. Again, what do you think that does to the mind of men? Look at the brothers who've gone, and I know it's a couple in here who's gone through paternity fraud. I've been through it. Well, bitch lied and said, oh, he the daddy, he the pappy. I had this girl do that shit to me. I knew I wasn't that baby's daddy. Bitch still put my name on the paperwork, and now I gotta go to court to prove that I ain't the daddy because she on some damn food stamps. And she put my name down there. I ain't signed shit, ain't seen the boy, ain't did none of that. And she put my name on. I had to go in court, get my mouth swabbed to clear my name up. What do you think? Now, just imagine if I believe. How many brothers been here believe, oh, I'm about to have a baby. It's going to be my baby, my first baby. And then the bitch lying, you lined up like Maury. You are not the father. And she get to walk away scot-free. Devastating. Exactly, Donnie. Exactly. And what does that man get? Think about that. We watched Maury, we watched all these paternity shows. The dude walk out there, he automatically the villain. Zaquavion don't do nothing. He ain't gave me nothing. He just left me and my baby, and I ain't in there. The crowd boo him as soon as he come out. He automatically a villain. And after all that, she find out she lying. Her fat ass get to run off the stage, and everybody feels sorry for her. They patting her up. No, let that bitch suffer. Now everybody know if they didn't know about y'all. Exactly. Again, what do you think that does to the mind of a man who still got to go on? What about the ones who believed? One of the saddest shows I ever saw was when a brother really wanted to be the father and he wasn't the daddy. Exactly. And then the crazy, and let me add this to it. A lot of them brothers still be wanting to be the daddy. How many, good God Almighty. How many of you know he ain't the father, but his mama talking about, well, you need to still be in that child's life. He don't know nobody else. You don't own a daddy. He know. They put that pressure on him. Think about this. This is what men go through. Women don't give a fuck. How many brothers gotta beg the baby mama to see his own kids? Man paying $2 million a month in child. Look at Kanye. I know everybody don't like Kanye, but damn, $200,000 a month? And he don't even get to see his kids. Can I come get the kids? I want to just take them to the park, get some ice cream. No, but he busy. We got stuff we got to do. I think about it. Come on, how many brothers done heard this? I done heard that shit before. Come on. You all geared up to be the best father you can be, and then you got to beg a bitch, can you see your own children? Come on, I wish I had a witness in here. My brothers, I'm telling you now, if you don't know it, you probably walking around with depression right now. You just operating very high at a high level with depression. Yeah, you is. Yeah, you is. The very moment you wake up, you depressed. And the nightmare, that's why so many brothers have to self-medicate. I used to look down on brothers like that. They're going to a birthday party. That's right, Donnie. Come on. Testify. I used to look down on brothers like that. And I think about my dad who drank himself to damn death. He was in a constant state of pain. To be a man, to be a black man in America, you in constant pain. Who can you turn to? A lot of us can't even talk to our woman about how much pain we in. She'll lose respect for you. I don't want no weak, whiny ass man. Nigga, man up. I ain't none of your mama. JB, I'm not in the house, JB. Come on. That's why so many brothers is smoking and drinking and doing God knows what, because you constant pain. You constantly having to doubt yourself. And then when you turn, and this is where I want to make the change in life. When you turn to your brother and say, man, I'm really going through. So we ought to be able to, we should be our own community. We should be able to look at one another and say, brother, I'm going through. Man, come on to the house, or let's go somewhere, man, and let's sit down and chop it up, man. Clear the air, clear your chest. We shouldn't be having no beef. We got enough beef out here in the world. We sleep with beef. We got to sleep with our own women who got beef with us. They don't understand. That's why we might have to talk to baby doll, because you ain't listening, bitch. When I'm going through, who can I turn to? When my heart is broken, who can I break it to? Well, I got to cry in the pillow. I got to go in the shower and cry. I know I'm failing my children. I know I'm failing you. I'm failing myself. Hell, well, who can I turn to? Females go on Facebook all day long. Oh, he hurt me for the last time. Oh, my heart broken. All these damn kids getting on my nerve. Girl, I know that's right. I can't stand my neither. Fuck them kids. We can't do that. We can't do that. That's why we have to be able to turn to one another and recognize pain in one another. We have to start putting our arms around those who might be financially illiterate. Like I said, I was never taught about a bank account. I was never taught. I was never taught how to balance a checkbook, what a savings account is for. I wasn't taught how to save. They just taught us, give 10% to the Lord and put the rest in your piggy bank. Oh, that's a whole nother story. How many of y'all, your mamas or somebody went in your piggy bank, or they would say, let me hold that money so you don't lose it, and you never saw the damn money again. Come on, brothers. Come on. I know I ain't the only one. They added personal finance. Okay, well, that's good. We need them. We need them. We need that. Because, see, in our era, we didn't have that. That's right. When you feel, that's right. That's right, Donna. I know about my calculation. I should have about, I know I should have about $2 million from all the Tooth Fairy money, Easter money, birthday money, Christmas money, that got held. Let me hold that so you don't lose it. And I never got it. Where that money at? Yeah, because this generation don't even, hell, they don't know nothing about no, they ain't got no money. Shit. I'm laughing, but it ain't funny. It's not funny. Hell, the students didn't even get a real graduation because of the pandemic. They definitely were ahead from what, yeah, okay. How many of us you really lost somebody? You know, we're not even taught how to properly grieve. We're not allowed. Let me say this: we're not even allowed to properly grieve. Yeah, we're gonna have a repeat. I know when my mama died, uh, Yeah, the cash, yeah, exactly, Don, and the cash app. My mama died. I didn't know how to properly grieve. You know, everybody teaches you the steps and shit like that. Hell, I didn't understand none of that. I didn't have nobody to talk to. We buried my mama on a Wednesday. I got up and went to work the next day. When I had my kidney transplant, I took one day to lay in the bed, let all that anesthesia run out. I got up and went to work the day afterward. I was only doing what I've seen my granddaddy do. My granddaddy was like that. Tough, strong, iron will. But that's not realistic. That's not healthy. I remember crying at my mama's funeral. They told me to hush because I was hurting everybody else's feelings. Imagine that. That's a true story. We're not allowed to even properly grieve for those we should be grieving over. That's why you got so many brothers when mama and granny and the people who raised us, the people who loved us, they passed on. These young brothers, they out here just doing it. They just gone by the wayside. And everybody's telling them, you need to do what your mama wants, make your mama happy. What about making him happy? Did you ever ask him what makes him happy? And I very rarely talk about the church, but the church has messed up a whole lot of brothers. Yeah, it have. Yes, it have. Because the church sets these bars, these impossible expectations for brothers to meet. Meanwhile, who men who setting them is out here living just as crooked and evil as you can be. I know some brothers who had to go before the church as little boys and confess their sins. Little boys. They got mama throwing these scriptures around, mama not even living by the scripture. That's one thing I can say about this generation is way different from my generation because we would just talk, hey, do this, do that, and that's just the way it is. This generation, y'all ask questions. They be asking, who wrote the Bible? Who wrote this? Who said that? Why I got to do it and you ain't doing it? If Jesus died on the cross, how he get up out of there? Y'all say 3 days later, but then you say he died on a Friday and got up Sunday. That ain't 3 days. Y'all ask questions. Y'all ask good questions. And I'll keep on, right on. Make these pastors sweat. Make them earn that money they getting. Pastor, if we supposed to do things out of love, why are you getting paid? See, y'all ask good questions. Again, just leading to more and more miseducation. Now I have to wonder why does the world so hell bent, even within our own community? Why is it so hell bent on miseducating us? And then we wonder why so many of us are suffering from mental health issues. Who teaches us how to go through heartbreak? Little girl gets her heart broken. Everybody feels sad. Oh, she got her heart broken. Oh, poor thing. Come here, baby. Come here. Girl gets her hair cut off. People go crazy. They ready to kill everybody who could touch the girl hair. Little boy get a plug put in his hair. Oh, boy, shut up. It'll grow back. Come on. I know I ain't the only one. Why? Why? And this ain't the white man. This is the black community. Why is the black community so eager to cast us off? How do they expect us to survive? Do they want us to survive? How can you tell us our masculinity is wrong when in our community we have the highest cases of young trans men killing themselves, STD and HIV transmission? We got that stuff going on in our communities. Our little boys want to be little girls. So how can you keep saying our masculinity is wrong? Hey, sis. Hey, baby sis. Why is it that we say fathers are so important in the black community, but yet we don't celebrate our fathers like we should? We still carrying on this damn stereotype that black men don't take care of their kids, when it is a proven study and a proven fact that black fathers are the most involved fathers in the whole entire world. I think I'll say that again. Black fathers are the number one fathers in America, in the world. Yes, there are some bad apples in there. Absolutely. We don't even call them fathers. But do you really celebrate? Do you really uplift the black father? Or do you just get a text message like I do? Happy Father's Day. It's 7, 8 o'clock at night. You just not getting the Father's Day text. Well, see, we still holding on to what happened 30, 40 years ago. Yeah, them fathers, they struggle. But this generation of fathers are different. And I dare anybody, I tell everybody, this is the best crop of fathers we've ever had, because they don't mind working 20 hours a day and then spending other folk with the kids. Ain't no hang-ups with that. They don't have no problem making it to the sporting event. Hell, I saw LeBron play an NBA game, flew back to LA, watched his son play, and then play the game himself. Now, back 20 years ago, Michael Jordan wasn't doing that. I love Magic Johnson. Magic wasn't doing that shit. This crop is different. Yet we don't celebrate our black fathers like we should. Only time a black father gets any kind of respect and praise is when mama dead and gone. Oh, I wish somebody would hear me in here. And don't get me wrong, I don't think no man should go into parenting thinking that you're supposed to get praise and you're supposed to get rewarded. Your reward is seeing your kids grow up and be something. Your reward is growing up and letting your kids, watching your kids grow up and be positive and doing some good in the world. That's your reward. But a little positive reinforcement wouldn't hurt either. We celebrate mothers that we shouldn't. Some of these mothers out here raising monsters, monster after monster, and see, somebody ought to do something about that. How is it that you raise Zaquavion, Zaquavion begets Pookie, Zaquavion gets killed because he out here doing foolishness, and then now the mother gets to raise Pookie, the grandmother gets to raise Pookie, to go out here and kill too? Clearly, she don't need to have her hands on no more kids. That ought to be a law. If you ruin your kids, you don't get no more kids. And on top of that, when you think of the mindset of men, look how many men have grown up and generation after generation and generation of poverty. What do they have positive to look forward to? We tell our young boys, boy, you either play ball or you go sing and dance or rap. That's the only two options to get out. I heard Charles Barkley saying he was right. He said, I go to a white school and ask the little white kids, what you want to be when you grow up? They say doctors, astronauts, a lawyer, a professor, something. We gonna ask our little black kids, what you want to be when you grow up? I want to be in the NBA. I want to play in the NFL. I want to sing. I want to rap. I want to make beats. That's why people are not advancing. We're not letting our children, we're not giving them positive goals. We're not giving them nothing to look forward to. I don't think we teach them, hey, this is your only way out. Is you got to play ball, you got to sing or rap, or lastly, you got to sell drugs. And that's why the jailhouse and the pen is full of folks. They're full of us. Because we've normalized living in the projects. We've normalized living on top of one another, paying $25 a month. We've normalized the food stamps. I know black folks ain't the only one to get food. I understand that, but I'm not talking about, we got to fix us. Your sons have sat up here, you living in the bricks, and you bringing man after man in the house. He's watching these men run in and out of you. What do you think they're doing to his little mind? Yes, he know what's going on. You might think he don't know. You may think he's sleeping. He ain't sleep. I can speak from experience on that. I felt something in my little, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I knew someone right. Mama, why your door closed? Why your door locked? What's that noise in there? Mama, why you hollering? I didn't want my mama having no sex. Some of my little spirit didn't even know. I knew them men weren't even supposed to be around. Hear me when I say that. Some of y'all bring dudes in the house and little Ray lose his mind. It's because some of his spirit is telling you, you don't need to have him in here, mama. You don't need to dismiss him or put him to sleep and all that type of shit. You need to pay attention to what he's telling you. Oh, Lord, I wasn't even supposed to go all up in there, but this is real. This is how we shaping the mind of our men. I'm going to say misshaping. On every level, they've been abused, been misunderstood, disrespected. Ladies, I know y'all go through disrespect. I know y'all are misunderstood. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just trying to explain to y'all, this is why your men won't act right. You can't get him to act right because he's already damaged. He's doomed. Who can he turn to fix him? For years, we were mistaught. Just pray over it, baby. It'll be all right. Jesus fixed it after a while. You just got to get yourself ready. Jesus already put people in place to help fix it. But see, you're too scared to take them to go get some help because you don't want the white man to know what's going on in your house. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. I wish I had at least one witness in here. You knew your boy was having developmental issues the minute you saw him try to get up and walk. Did you get him some help? And now it's even worse. The children do something, and now the mamas are going to get the cell phones. They're recording, beating the hell out of them and doing all this destructive mess to these kids. Come on. Come on, that's not parenting. That's not good parenting. That's not discipline. You trying to embarrass him? Bitch, you're doing it for likes. You're doing it for intention. Ladies, this is why your man can't open up to you. This is why. This is why he's damaged. A lot of us are damaged by our own mamas. Now, I'm not speaking from experience on that. I had a good mama. But I know a lot of brothers who didn't. Who mama told them, nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna be shit. You just like your daddy. I wish I never had your black ass. This is real. Listen to what Tupac said. He was a little boy trying to be a man, trying to help feed his mom and his brothers and sisters. As a little boy, that's not natural. Although you was a crack fiend, you a black queen. How's that even possible? And I know that's to be true. I know a lot of young white brothers who had to be daddy in the house at 8, 9, 10 years old. That's not natural. I know a whole lot of young white brothers who told me, and see, that's another thing. People want to create this dichotomy that black and white is so different. There's not that much difference. Oh, yes, there was white slaves on the plantation too, if you didn't know. But I know several white brothers that had to go out here, be daddy to their own brothers and sisters. They weren't allowed to grow up and be young or mess up. You got to be an example to your brothers and sisters. So I was giving that speech. You got to be an example. If you act up, they going to want to act up. That's why I put all that pressure on me. I'm 5 years old. I'm 19 years old. I don't know who it is to be me. Now I got to be a man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I feel bad. I didn't know that brother. I'm not gonna pretend like I knew him. The DJ guy, I feel sorry for his family. Obviously, I feel sorry for his wife and his children. But this is what leads people always say, I wonder what happened. Why didn't he reach out to somebody? How you know he didn't? How do you know he didn't? How do you know he wasn't just dismissed like most of us are? He got all that money in the bank. He shouldn't be depressed. How you figure? You don't know what kind of demons that man was facing. You don't know how much pain he been smiling through. We had to allow our men to be able to fall down and pick them back up. So we don't have a lot of grace in our community. We don't have a lot of mercy in our community. The Bible tells you that a just man, that means he's doing right. I was going to fall down 7 times. We don't have that. We don't practice that in our community. You fall down, oh man, you trash, you washed up. Oh, that nigga done fell off. Look at him. We clown you if you fall off. But everybody falls. We had to start by helping one another up. We had to start being serious about listening to men who's in pain. And we always put out these little cliches and all this shit on Facebook. Check on your friends. Y'all don't check on black men. No, you'll check on your homegirls. You ain't checking on you guys. You just wait till he's gone. Then you do all this post. I just saw you last week. I just talked to you the other day. Bitch, you ain't talked to him in years. Quit lying. See, one thing I do know, if you keep in touch with people, you do like you say you do, ain't no whole lot of see all them posts is guilt. That's all that is, guilt. Let's look at me shit because you feel guilty because you wasn't there. Oh my God. See, some of my closest people, the people I love like that, see, when they close their eyes, I ain't got to post all that shit. You know why? Because I talk to them. They know how I feel about them. I know how they feel about me. Put your money where your mouth is. You just all this keep in touch and do all this. Do right by people. Hear them out. Spend some time with them. If you love people, show them you love them. Especially our men. Men need to be loved on too. Men need affection too. It might not seem like it, but they do. I might not seem like it, but I do. People tell me all the time, I want to hug you, but I don't think you're the hugging type. Of course I'm the hugging type. Now, if your spirit is wrong, I might tell you, nah. Men, I task y'all. We have to be a community for one another. And I'm hoping that this show and this platform or whatever creates those opportunities where brothers are willing to step in the gap for another brother. Because we need each other. Every opportunity we get, we need to be trying to teach and educate ourselves because the systems and society, they've already failed us. And so we had to start all over for ourselves. We can't depend on nobody else to do it. That's all I got for tonight. Anybody else got something they want to add or say, you can speak now. Anybody got anything they want to add or say? Now's the time. Okay. Well, if not, we thank everybody for watching. We thank everybody for commenting. I think this show was very important. That's why I didn't want to play with it. Didn't put no organ on today. I just want to come on and talk and say what was real. And I hope when I log off, I always set the privacy to for all, so you can share it. Share this one because this one needs to rotate. So like, share it. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, share it. We thank you all for joining us. We should be back Sunday with a new show. And something maybe not so heavy this time. We can get something a little lighter going on. But we thank you. We love you. And we'll see y'all on Sunday.